Hello, ladies and gentlemen. SeKo Starcraft giving you some morning broadcasting of pro Starcraft action. We got Slayers, the red Terran top right versus Gosu user, blue zerg in the bottom left. I believe he's of Team Millennium right now. Watching some of his games recently. Quite a talented player. I believe he's American. And he is going to be playing really top zerg right now. I'm going to speed it up slightly at the beginning because the Terran versus Zerg metagame, if it's standard, is extremely predictable in the openings right now between these two races. Generally we're going to see some sort of Reaper Hellion opening into Marine Widowmine, and then it's just about whether it's going to be Roaches and Hydras for the Zerg or it's going to be Zergling, Baneling. Oh shoot, this isn't standard at all. And me and my big mouth. So we got an 11-11 racks here out of acslayer. And the Zerg player is none the wiser. I've seen a lot of Zerg players start to scout directly north on this map. I think just because of this reason. You know that this Overlord's going to scout the front. And as soon as he sees nothing here, you should be quite aware what is happening. We already have our first two Marines coming on the way. We do need to see some sort of supply depot going down here from Slayer pretty fast, because he is about to be supply blocked any moment. There it goes now. Looks like he might end up being supply blocked here in a moment regardless. He's got the money. He's got to go and get down that supply depot. He is now supply blocked, so the next two Marines he's going to have to live off of for a while. If you do see this coming, I like to see what the pros are going to do at this standpoint. I've run into this a lot as a Zerg player. If you can get that Overlord, that'd be great. No. Gosu user pulls that back in time. First, the Zerglings are coming out. He does not want to lose that Overlord. Losing that Overlord could be really, really bad. Oh god, that sucks. He's actually going for a Roach Warren. Very interesting style out of that. I generally see a lot more people go for speedling for this because it's so much more cost effective. I think this hatch is pretty much forfeit. He did get himself up a couple of... Yep, just a couple of links here. This isn't going to do very well against our Marine buddies. Oh, he lost one Marine. The Queen does fit up here on the high ground, though, to be able to put stuff off. But you do need to keep those injects going. Behind this, what do we got? We actually have a gas. Not making much gas, so he's only got one guy in it. Does have the wall essentially finished. Lots of Marines. 9 Roaches on the way. Yeah, that base has pretty much been sacked. He did need to use the larva, though. Looks like he's making Zerglings. Oh, that Overlord, though, is going to be toast. No, he did get the Overlord. That actually would have been... it looks like he had enough supply, but getting that Overlord would have been really, really important. Loses another Marine. Gosu user's dealing with this pretty well, I would say. Everything's repaired up and good. Waiting for a few more Roaches to come out. The difficulty about waiting as a Zerg player in this standpoint is that your opponent is essentially still getting stronger behind this. Barracks in a bunker. It looks like the Terran player is expecting to get busted. Has not started another command center yet. More Roaches. There's just not enough larva that comes out of one hatchery to deal with this very well. I've also usually seen speedling, baneling in dealing with this. It's generally really good at busting down these types of defenses. Whereas the Roaches obviously aren't going to deal as well. Now it looks like he's ready to push out. One Roach goes down. He's trying to micro a little bit better to stay away from the other bunker and the other Marines. The SCVs have all died. This is pretty good out of Slayer here. He's getting a lot of damage in. He is getting that bunker to burn, and there's nothing to repair. There's only 4 Roaches here. There we go. Pull out the Marines. Good target firing by Gosu user here. Yeah, you can't attack up that ramp. He might just run home now. Yeah, he's going to salvage that bunker. I would expect him to actually run home at this point. Might as well save your army. Should take out these last 2 Marines. He might lift up pretty soon as well. Does have that command center started. Already has stim pack on the way. Slayer is in a great position. That's why I don't think roaches are as effective. I mean, they do great damage, but against the bunkers, he lost a lot to be able to take that on. And they're slow. Technically, if he left the Marines out here, he could kill off these roaches as well. Might get this 1 Marine from the looks of it. Surprised he hasn't lifted these up. Looks like he might just be using these to keep building more units and then use it to support his attack later. I don't think that the Zerg player... Yeah, he doesn't know about these up here. There's only 5 roaches. This really isn't that big of a deal compared to the amount of army the Terran player has. And he's actually getting out marauders now too. So this pressure is not going to work out of the Zerg player. He is trying to macro up behind it. We look at the units tab. Workers wise, he's in the same position as the Terran player, so he's not doing super bad. It's just that his tech and his army is super small right now. Yeah, these guys are going to have to run home. This is a pretty good army. I would not be too surprised to see the Terran player build up a few more Marines and then use this to push out and get damage done. Probably waiting for the last couple units to come out. Nope, he's ready to go now. Salvages his bunker, and now he's going to get on a factory because he needs to get into medevacs here pretty soon. We do finally have Zergling speed on the way, but once again, the Zerg player's in a position where he's forced to macro up really big, simply because he lost so much time. He had so little production with only 1 hatchery. He is trying to get out some Zerglings now, but against the stim pack that's about to finish with Marines and Marauders. Let's look at the army tab here. Where's the army tab? Man, I gotta learn how to use these things better. Active forces. That's not what I wanted at all. Regardless, we have all this as an army versus this as an army. And there are upgrades started for the Zerg player. Stim. Yeah, this is just not going to be enough. I just think the roaches were not the best choice to deal with that kind of pressure. Lots of stim used out of the Terran player, so this is pretty weak. But he's losing so much economy now. He can't deal with this. Yeah, he's not even going to GG out. When you get cheesed, it's hard to want to GG out, but I just don't think roaches was the right choice at all. Not mobile enough. Not cost effective enough when it comes to breaking out of those. When I've gone for this kind of pressure and when it beats, when I get beaten back when I'm trying to cheese a Zerg like this, it's usually because of speedling and baneling. Anyways, hope you guys learned something of that from the Terran and the Zerg standpoint. We should have some more games from you really soon.